Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Copy Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the right side as the Panzer player, we have Nero. Spawn on the left side, bottom left side as the British forces with MaximusMiloserdny.
Loud and clear.
Oh, repairability obtained. That means he's gone for armor, or tank hunter I should say. Now let's switch up the British forces. There's usually a bit more variety in British forces openers. Looks like he is lieutenant into Paka. Usually we see extra Kettengrads in versus British forces, and we do see a second Kettengrad here. Wait, now I'm really curious. Okay, Panzer Grenadier. I was going to make sure there's no third Kettengrad. HQ command truck is now packed on up. He's not receiving any additional resources at the moment, so now it's a good time to pack on up. Usually, British players usually pack up or deploy on this fuel point here, and we'll probably see the same. Or another spot is potentially this munitions point here, but seeing he's not advancing towards that sector, it's unlikely. He is backing up to a nice position. And there we go. Fuel point now secure. Kettengrad go around capturing some sectors, not big surprise, that is their job, especially when they have the tank hunter doctrine. Can't exactly deploy out landmines, and not the Schimwagen. Scope Rifle Squad pushing the way forward, trying to find engagement, maybe trying to eye for this cutoff point. Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. We do also got this Panzer Grenadier advancing on forward. Lieutenant retreats on back to the HQ command truck to get back over here quickly.
Section here.
Scope Rifle Squad advancing forward. Panzer Grenadier will intercept them. And he is going straight for that cutoff point. The G43 squad's also advanced the region. Panzer Grenadier's eyeing for that bit of heavy cover there. Very nice. Kettengrad captured the munitions sector. And now he's being hit by multiple angles, and he will be overwhelmed. Two squads can engage one squad quite easily well. And now we do have this intersection also being danced around by the Kettengrad. And does do a full retreat now. Very nice. Good engagement there by the Panzer Elite player. Nice early engagement like that. Also denies a lot of capping pressure down here, so now he's going to have to send over that squad over here to capture sectors. With a limited number of squads that British forces usually deploy out, Panzer Elite players should maintain great field control. You can see all the red sectors and only a handful of blue sectors, so only 2 of them provides resources. Speaking of which, we do have the lieutenant and intersection advancing forward. He needs to get this guy reordered. He's having trouble moving forward because he's not fully in one sector. And does suppress the fire ability right there. Just overall poor movement control. Now he's fully pinned. Lieutenant eyeing just for the field point. Abandoning that squad like a good officer. And now he does fully withdraw that squad. 2 great engagements there by the Panzer Elite player. We have 3 intersections now pulled out in the field. And now we got the lieutenant falling on back. The field point was decaptured. He does body block the lieutenant, but he does escape out there with minimal damage. It's only a flesh wound.
Ready, sir.
And this intersection is eyeing to decapture points as well, not capture the munitions sector at the moment, so he will be on a lot less income than his opponent. Right now, we've got 1023 versus 3721, so he does actually have more fuel than his opponent, thanks to the secure fuel sector. Of course, he will have less munitions. The munitions is very important for the British forces. They have a lot of infantry, powerful infantry upgrades.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Intersections now engaging the Kettengrad, getting some good damage there. Panzer Grenadier G43 in this sector, now trying to recapture this sector now. Kettengrad has seen a bit of damage there. Got 2 Panzer Grenadiers in this region. Got this building, he only has 2 windows on the side, which is a 3-man squad. That should be a reasonable find. Not the greatest, but not the worst. And Panzer Air Command now built, and we do see 222 now on the build queue. Scope Rifle Squad eyeing to perhaps capture some sectors. Kettengrad will drive on by. And now we do got a casualty clearing station right there. Okay. It's not a medic station. It's not a casualty recovery bunker. Sure, it can help recover casualties. Now he's getting annihilated. That was a questionable choice. He took a lot of free damage with that. He was fighting against 2 squads, and he knew he was fighting against 2 squads. He should not have took an entire squad to build that structure up like that. Nor in especially not in combat.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
And right back here is fine. That's not too far forward. Sure, it will cover less casualties, but still.
Our forward supply
Do now have
lines are
2-2 now
broken.
deployed on the field. Second 2-2 on the build queue. Kettengrad will spot the lieutenant. Now do got an STG squad being upgraded. Do have double capture in favor of the Panzer player as well. Very nice. And this Kettengrad is likely going to eye for that VP next. So maybe soon be a triple capture. Panzer Grenadier now upgrade with STGs. He has gone for Tank Hunter as well, so he can deploy. He's probably going straight for Hetzers. Does get some great damage onto that lieutenant and does gun him down right there. Intersection is now pushing way forward. The captain's in this sector. Without a lieutenant, it will be harder for him to push out onto the map. We may need to invest in more scope rifle squads. How else is munitions income coming along? He has 29 per minute. And right now, without any lieutenant, he may just want to upgrade all the squads to scope rifle squads so they have a bit more mobility out of supply.
We are losing a sector. I say again, we are losing a sector.
Taking down to also repair up the Kettengrad. Remember as well, he's gone for Tank Hunter, which means he can use the Kettengrad to repair the Kettengrad. And use that Kettengrad to repair the Kettengrad while the Kettengrad is repairing the Kettengrad. We have a split trench being plotted now. Very nice. Captain advancing forward, firing some revolver shots on the Kettengrad. Let's use the Kettengrad to repair it up. Now let's build out the slit trench there. He has a squad of Bren gunners as well. And he's going to take time to capture that point entirely. And he used the captain retreat there. Very nice. It does get inside the slit trench now. Does spot the armored car. We do now have a fresh steward on the field, which can easily engage the armored car. Does get button there. He's trying to stall out the button failed. I think he got interrupted maybe by this tree. This tree could act as a line of sight blocker. Not exactly sure. We got the tank commander crew there on the steward, and he's sort of advanced on forward. 2-2 still trying to deal with the slit trench. It's not going to really deal with the slit trench. Okay, we've got 2 guns getting into this region. Not a really great position for 2 squads like that. Fires a shot down the Kettengrad, rolls a miss. Needs to retarget towards that armor car. Oh, I just remembered something as well. If he has teller mines available, that could do some great work for the stewards. Or steward for the time being. Got a sapper squad on the way. Best go for repair sapper, in my opinion. He has plenty of... The steward can hunt down the 2-2s as they start advancing forward. And the repair sapper will greatly increase the durability of the steward. As well as... Granted, he does not know what doctrine his opponent has gone for. But it could potentially help him out against any teller mine detonations as well. STG squad advancing forward. Got the scope rifle squad in this garrison. It has 5 men with less than half health. That is a... Teller mine.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Incendiary grenade now being thrown. Very nice. He probably got that research when he saw the slit trench. And now got the circle rifle squad falling on back. Stewart now advancing this region. You could try baiting him towards that teller mine. Stewart there. Nice 360. Does get a hit there. Armor car is going to go across this bridge, isn't it? Panzer Grenadier is falling back entirely. It's quite wounded. I don't know if he actually saw it go across the bridge. And he did. Destroyed engine crit there. Zapper is dead or was never built. May have been cancelled for another steward. I think so. There's another second steward now plotted in the field. Sapper's on the way. This steward can push us away. Well, away. Let's see. No AT assets as far as I can see. Let's switch over to the Panzer player. Don't see any STGs. Only have 3 Panzer Grenadiers at the moment. The 2 try to go for some shots onto the rear armor of the steward. Unsuccessful. Also quite wounded.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Overall, the British players doing a good job capturing the left side of the map. Second steward's advancing on forward. Panzer Grenadier right here being upgraded to the Panzer Truck. Very nice. YATF track. Very nice. Panzer halfway complete. And it should give him an indication that he's going for the Panzer. He's trying to stall off the Panzer with his dancing around like that. But he may be dancing around a little bit too much at the moment. Does get a shot there. Now he's on one last model. And keeping one model around the Stuart is not really safe. Does fall back now. And Grad advancing forward. 2-2, trying to engage the captain inside the slit trench. Grad will spot this intersection squad. Over here, Stuart falling back. Sapper is now repairing it up. Has equipped his repair sappers, very nice. That will go great with any sort of light or any vehicle spam. Even just spamming on placements, having the bonus health really does pan out. He could potentially go for both for some placements. He's fighting against 2-2-2s. Could potentially deploy one right here. That also provides some good fire support against the light AT half-track, and will probably force the opponent to go for a mortar half-track. So Panzer tracks are pretty effective versus Bofors. Bofors are not exactly super great versus infantry. They're really missed. They hit the terrain a little bit too much, in my opinion.
Commonwealth forces are capturing a friendly sector.
Starting to repair up these 2-2s now. And now we've got the Kettengrad moving around, trying to capture the sector. Ren guns engaging the Kettengrad. And does get a mobilization crit there. Panzer on in pursuit. Light half track trying to get some more rear armor hits there. Will potentially see Stuart fire, which also will draw fire away from Panzer. He needs a target towards that Panzer squad. That is the biggest threat to him. Canister round does connect on the Panzer squad, but he does have 2 models remaining. But they're really stacked up, so they pose a really big threat. He may retreat back. Okay, he does get the still kill with the light half track. I was going to say retreat back with the light half track, get the kill. Now got a second light half track on the field. He should be able to get a crit shot there. And the Brendan squad does get gunned down. He's going for another crit shot there. Gets rear armor hits there. He does he have munitions? No, he's just trying to gun it down, I guess. I mean, at this current rate, losing a light half track for a suit's probably a good idea. Gets a bounce there. Does get the kill there. And the auto cannon does destroy the engine and the gun. And auto control by the light half track. Great play there by the Panzer Elite player. Doesn't even have to rely on the crit shot for that one. Armor command truck now deployed out in the field. We do now got the Kettengrad and 2-2 moving down south. There's a Kettengrad and Panzer Grenadiers advancing over here. There's a captain though. Probably not worth to send it a incendiary grenade. Oh, captain treat. Now it's a good time to send an incendiary grenade. He's going to get inside the slit trench there. Goes down incendiary grenade there. Very nice. Skulls the trench. The captain will likely get wiped out. Does get burned alive, I believe. Now we got the intersection running away. Another sapper squad being deployed on the field, likely for a Piet squad. And she is down. Of course, that one squad he's missing is the Bryn squad. We saw get gunned down earlier. Repair sapper outside a neutral trench. May want to get a garrison. Let's get a hit there on that armor car. Backing on off. Survived. Got tank buster now deployed on the field as well. And repair sapper does get inside the slit trench. Gonna be holding the line from inside.
A sector is being overrun.
Break out your entrenching tools, lads.
We're down to 300 points.
Infantry section ready. Ready, sir.
I got these intersections now reinforced, moving forward and fully healed. There's the armor command truck. He's going for a Cromwell. The Cromwell should be effective as an asset versus all the light vehicles, as well as provide some fire support against the light vehicles.
Ready for combat.
Section here.
Intersection squads advancing on forward.
Jerry knocked out an MG nest.
Talk about MG nest. Even something been cancelled.
The upgrades.
Cromwell now deployed on the field, and the tank crew and some Brens. Scope rifle squad now receiving some bolt action rifle fire, or auto cannon fire, I should say. You'll suck the inside of that weapon's a bolt action rifle. And he will likely lose a scope rifle squad. Cromwell advancing forward, does not get a shot off there. Bren's squad needs to get the button. Does get the button there, which will make it easy pickings for the Cromwell. Where's light TAT half track? Does get some good damage there. Honestly, he's probably been gunned down. Damage in crit there. Cromwell rotating its gun. He gets a kill. Light TAT track, anti-Shrek, and autocannon scout car there. Only has a single Panzer research so far. I don't think the British player has selected Doctor just yet. He does have enough command points for in AVRE, so it doesn't really have to. It has 66 missions per minute. That's not half bad. Light TF track face forward. The Hetzer is now deployed on the field. Rolls a bounce there with the light TF track. Gets squad can provide some fire support for the Cromwell to engage that light TF track. Gets damage crit there and does take it out there of a Cromwell. Very nice.
Contact reports show the German vehicle was knocked out in the last skirmish.
Hetzer is still an effective asset, but can't be encircled. Bren's squad getting hit by the Panzer squad, and this Panzer squad is still inside this garrison. Another squad of Saps on field. This is going for another squad of Piets. It's a hit there on the Cromwell.
Under attack.
Now the Piet sappers advancing on forward. Hetzer does roll a miss there. Cromwell's a little bit wounded. Repair sappers can put him overhealed. Sapper squad being upgraded with the Piets. Finds a bounce and a miss onto the Hetzer. Repair sapper is right over here. Has overhealed a lot of these assets. Very nice. And the medic does come back empty-handed.
We're losing a strategic location.
Got two Panzer truck squads in this region. Bren's squad advancing forward. He's going to need a bit more support. He does have the scope rifle squad way over here. Panzer grenades advancing forward. One upgrade for STG. Piet squads need to start hitting that Hetzer. There's a lot of AT assets in this region. He may just want to avoid deploying out any more AT or any vehicles with the amount of AT assets on the field. Let's get some hits there on the Hetzer. These forces are being flinched around by the Panzer shots there. Bren's squad is starting to get overwhelmed. And these forces do fall on back. Actually clearing the station. Oh, we got a fresh lieutenant that will help out these forces. Cromwell healed and overhealed. Has 3 light vehicle kills and no infantry kills. Not sure if that's impressive or not impressive, not getting any infantry kills. Let's get some good hits there. Cromwell needs to advance a bit further, and the Piet connects. That may put the lieutenant up a bit of efficiency. Probably helps it out, not necessarily getting up one level of efficiency just yet. Right now, the VPs are heavily in favor towards the Panzer Elite player.
Supply lines are broken.
Now we got incendiary mortar now pull on the field. Panzer's can connect onto the Cromwell. Good hit there onto the Panzer Grenadier. Panzer does get inside the garrison. I wonder if he's going for the forward HQ. But yeah, forward HQ now being plotted on out. Very nice. Nice. Do you see another light TF track? We do not see another light TF track. We do have currently 300 manpower stored up. We need 600 for the Hetzer. Autocannon scout car receives some misses there. SDG squad receiving quite a bit of damage. Garrison now upgraded. Gain some much needed health regen there. SDG squad may want to back off a moment. Mortar does get a great hit there. I think there's a mortar barrage in this region. Incendiary mortar does intercept the building. Does force back of all these sappers and the lieutenant. Red squad also falls back there. Patrick's do get a good connect there onto the Cromwell. Good at there.
Our brave infantry can now double their efforts against enemy tanks.
Panzer's advancing forward. Fine. Ooh. Now, wait, he said double the effort against tanks. That was the double Panzer Strike upgrade, wasn't it? So now there's 6 Panzer Strikes in this region, which pose a massive threat to any vehicle that advances forward. See a 25 pounder here. A close range 25 pounder barrage could be very, very deadly. I do believe the 25 pounder is a good option, though he probably could have cheaped out a little bit and gone for mortar emplacements. Though then again, that's mostly cheaping on fuel, not necessarily in manpower. And what do we see for adoption here? Still got 5 command points. Not a lot of manpower. Not a lot of munitions either. At this point in time, maybe Royal Engineers. Just simply to get out more munitions income. Because at this rate, I don't think anything here will be very useful. Speaking of which, where are these HQ set on up? Set up on this munitions point there, very nice. And set up on this munitions points, very nice. That's all the resource sectors he has, and they're all locked down. So the Captain Grad here can deny the resource income from the field support truck. He's going to need to get that protected. Yeah, maybe he has to go for Royal Engineers just for simply the more income. And also may help him out versus the Anstrix of his 25 pounder so it doesn't get rushed down. Not so sure how the fortified emplacements or the advanced placement, whatever that build is called, exactly does. What the exact stats are. And that is Overwatch Barrage. Okay, he went for Overwatch. That's actually a not half bad idea. So he's gone for Royal Artillery. And field support truck does go down. So now he no longer has access to sappers, but he has plenty of sappers on the field. Honestly, denying that missions becomes probably a bit more important. He does ward these forces away. He's using the repair sappers. He's probably going to just camp his repair sappers next to this point to make sure it doesn't go down. A fresh AT Hetzer as well as mortar half-track still alive. And Stu got the sector Overwatch, buying the airburst rounds.
We're squared away to position, ready for new orders. Cherries opening up!
More hikes or airburst rounds raining on in. Ooh! That missed. Oh crud. He's annihilating his own forces. He annihilated his own forces. Now I see why people don't usually go for that ability. I think... Oh. He just killed himself with that. That is probably going to be end the replay. Killing your own forces like that is not good. The last one is his Piet Sappers. He did pick up one to drop Piets. Got 2 of these casualties being reclaimed. That could give him a free intersection squad, which will give him some more fire support. However, the casualty clearing station received a bit of fire. He needs a 17 pounder punch in this region, but he's getting mortared now. Does get the free intersection squad before it goes down. Oof. And the Piet squad is getting annihilated. He could pass the incendiary grenade into that slit trench.
Execute counter battery drills.
Counter batteries are probably a good idea for that mortar half track. And he does throw an incendiary grenade on top of the repair sappers. Going for a 17 pounder, very nice. And looks like he's going to keep this guy. He's going to eat that incendiary grenade. 17 pounder still going up. He may want to button that AT Hetzer. He has 1 Piet right here. Does get a hit there, still button. 17 pounder now set up. He needs to mainly target that. Oh, he's hitting the mortar half track first. I guess the counter batteries only work for the barrage, I guess. Rolls a miss there. 17 pounder rolls a miss there. And he is out of range now. Intersection and sappers advance forward. Fires a miss there onto the AT Hetzer.
We are losing a sector, I say again.
And
we
over
are
here,
losing a
and looks like
sector
that
casualty.
repair sapper does get gunned down by the two. And that's probably a big game. He has only 2 intersections left. He lost all of his sappers. His drop Piet there, so I think he has 2 Piets still up and going. So he still has a 17 pounder in this region as well. And the counter battery appears not to be working all too well. Now, is it? It must only work for barrages, not for the auto attacks. It's going for a casualty recovery bunker.
We
Or
are
not
losing
bunker,
an ammo
casualty
for
clearing
further
station.
orders.
Needs some much needed healing these intersections, that's for sure.
Go ahead.
Triple capture against the British forces. Kaliningrad captured this sector. Slit Trench is still up and going. He could throw a Panzer Grenadier in there, maybe a G43 STG squad. Throwing either of those assets in there would basically make it invulnerable to a lot of British forces. And honestly, he needs to stop using these abilities and just use regular barrages with the 25 pounder. It has not fired a regular shot once, and that's causing a bit of a problem in my opinion. And Shrek flanking annihilates the 17 pounder there, very nice. Now here come, okay, it looks, it does
Geos
act,
have what
that
they
may
need
be
to
a
pull
barrage,
out
can't really tell. And he does evacuate the region. Consider, yep, that may have been, yeah, it was an incendiary quote-unquote barrage. Let's get a hit there. Does it work on auto attacks, or does it just only work on barrages? I still don't know. I hardly ever see people use the ability, so I honestly can't say exactly for sure how the mechanics works in Cup Heroes 1. Cup Heroes 2, before they removed it, at least for the left 18, the counter barrage affected all auto attacks as well. But it does, of course, use a barrage ability that has a long cooldown of, what, 70 seconds? And now the British forces does fall back out of the game.
Staghound, ready to help.
And surprised enough, he was very quiet. And that is the end of replay. This is Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.